Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Yoga for Dads. I'm Dalton Johnson. Today what we're going to be working on is a little bit of fitness. So we're going to work a little bit on the fitness side of yoga. So expect it to be a little bit more flowy, a little bit faster pace, and kind of holding positions for a little bit longer than usual. And the goal here is to just show you what yoga can bring you to and how you can actually increase your fitness through yoga. So today all you'll need is really just an open space on your carpet. You don't even need a yoga mat, but if you have a yoga mat, that'd be great. So let's go ahead and get started. The way we should get started today is just by standing up at the top of your mat. We're just going to do like a little bit of a warm up, and then we'll get into the meat of it. Okay, so stand up. I would suggest tucking your shirt in if you have a shirt on, and then kind of poof it out a little bit so that you have mobility and it doesn't resist you. So starting at the top, breathe in, exhale out, breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, up on your tippy toes. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, upward lift. Exhale to the ground. Step back into a plank. Come down onto your belly. Go into an upward dog. And push back into a downward dog. Really kind of pedal it out here. Once again, we're just trying to loosen up right now. So kind of feel where there's a little bit of tightness in your body. Take a little bit of extra time so you can feel pretty good. Kick your left leg to the sky. Open the hip. Come back. Right leg to the sky. Open the hip. And down. Step to a low lunge. Left foot forward, right foot back. And just twist a little bit. Just trying to find a little bit of space. Come up. Into a lunge. And down. We're going to swap legs. Once again, just twisting, right legs forward. We're just warming up, so if you need to, just grab your arms, stretch around your arms a little bit, and then up to full crescent. Or sorry, not full crescent, forward lunge. And back down. Downward dog. Walk your feet to the top. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so that's just like a little warm-up sequence that I usually do to kind of get my body going, and just so that you can kind of feel where you're at. Now we're going to dive into the meat of this, and should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. So let's meet down on all fours into our box. What we're going to do is we're going to start out. Right arm forward, left leg out, so it's the opposites. You want to maintain strength through the core, and you want to prevent any sort of tipping this way or tipping this way. And you just want to stay square with your flat back. And we're going to do some fire hydrants. So the way it looks is your leg comes out and around, down and through, out and around, down and through. So we're just going to do 10 of those. So that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Once again, we're trying to prevent any sort of teeter-tottering, and you want to kind of stay forward. You'd like to semi have your gaze going out forward a little bit, and bring them around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, push into your downward dog and reach right leg, left heel, and give it a nice little twist. Come back, left arm, right ankle, give it a little twist. I'm going to go back and forth. And the key here is to focus on your breath. So you inhale as you bring both arms forward. Exhale as you go towards your ankle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, go to a plank. And now what you're going to do is we're going to come to this plank here, and then we're going to kick back into downward dog, which is really like three-legged dog, and then we're going to pull through to like left leg, right elbow, and then left leg, left elbow. And we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. Right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now what you're gonna do is walk your feet to your hands, all the way up, all the way down, halfway lift. Exhale to the floor. Inhale all the way up, all the way back down. Halfway lift. Exhale to the ground. Hop back. We're going to now do, sometimes they're called V-ups. Sometimes they have a bunch of different names, like chaturanga push-ups, like all sorts of names. But essentially, you go from downward dog, and you lift your eyes forward, and then you push through, and to an upward dog, and then back through. I've also heard them called crawling under a fence, because it's like kind of the motion you do when you're crawling under a fence. But yeah, so start with 5. If you can do 10, that's pretty good. If you do 15 or 20, that's pretty ideal. So go ahead and get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the way this kind of works with the breath is you're exhaling, and then inhale up here, and then exhale, and then inhale here. So it's an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice. Now what we're going to do is swap to a low lunge, and then what we're going to do here is just kind of quickly, just a little pulse, kind of opening up the lower back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Downward dog. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Now let's go into a plank. We'll hold this plank for about 30 seconds. Now when you're holding a plank, the biggest key is to identify where your butt is. If you're kind of up like this, now you're no longer using your core. So you need to engage your core by bringing your butt lower and squeezing those glutes. And then it also helps to shift. So for example, if you're kind of out like this, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So we're just looking at the elbow position. This is going to be more difficult than this. But if we're here, a lot of the weight is on our shoulders. So it's about learning how to essentially be in a square, but what's ever going to work for you. All right, now we're going to go up to side plank. So here in a side plank, you got a couple options. If you're here and this feels good, then this is great. If you're like, wow, I need more of a challenge, you got two options. You can either put your arm up, or you can put your leg up, or what you can do is you can do kind of some pulses. So you bring this elbow to the ground and back up. As you do that though, the tendency is for your butt to flare out. So I'm going to flip around so you can see how much my butt might come out. And when we're here, if we're coming down and we're letting our butt sag out like this, we're no longer engaging the core. So if our butt's sagging down and we're coming through like this, that's not going to help us out. What we need to do is stay true as we come across and then come back. If that means that you don't have the mobility to come all the way down and all the way back up, then don't do it. Make sure you stay within the range of motion that your body has. Okay? So, be here. If we're on the right side and you've already been here for a little while, I would suggest swapping to the other side, because that had already been about 30 seconds. Swapping through, go 30 seconds here. Once again, option to the sky, option of a leg going up, option of doing pulses. It's totally up to you. Whatever you want. And come down. Okay. Now we're going to get down on our backs. Or we're just going to do a nice slight bridge. And what we're going to do is just pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to go one leg straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what this is really working on is we're diving into the hamstring. So the hamstring is getting a good amount of work. The glutes are getting some work. And then also the lower back is getting a little bit of work. So it's a great exercise for the posterior chain, which is really critical if you're trying to like pick up your kid, or if you're trying to just like bend down and pick something up. Both, like, this exercise is great for strengthening that. Let's go to the other side. Let's go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now kind of sit up. Okay. So now that we are here in a seated position, we're going to do just a couple cool down stretches, and then from there we'll do our Savasana, and then you'll be done. So essentially what we worked today, it was 15 minutes of just good, solid, like kind of getting the body moving. Now, there was just a sample, and so just imagine if you were to take that and expend it for like an entire hour. So, something of that sort, like do like a full fitness class. But the goal here is just to show you a sample of like where yoga can kind of go on the fitness side. So, just to kind of warm down, what we're going to do is flip into all fours. We did a decent amount with the shoulders, so we're just going to do a quick little shoulder opener. So you just go right arm up to the sky, and then right arm through. You're going to come down. We're just going to hold this for 3 breaths. We'll flip to the other side, to the sky, and through. 3 more breaths here. All right, nice. And then we'll just go pigeon pose, just so that we get a little bit of focus on the hips. One last breath. Nice. Switch sides. If you're getting into pigeon and you're really kind of struggling, make sure you have a block or something, or just like a pillow. Pillows work great. And just stuff it underneath your butt so your butt isn't off to the sky. All right. And now what we're going to do, final pose. The importance here is that of Savasana is that all of your ligaments as you're laying kind of settle down and lengthen or feel a little bit different. And so a lot of people skip this step. I think it's very important, but that's me projecting my own thoughts onto you. So feel free, if you want to just get up and go grab your coffee or whatever, you can do that. Otherwise, I highly suggest laying down for at least 30 seconds. And what it will do is actually help your body recover. You can put a hand on your stomach, hand on your chest, and just take that time for yourself and think, maybe even think less. But be grateful that you showed up today. Okay, that was about 30 seconds. I want to say thank you very much for showing up to Yoga for Dads. This is Dalton, and I hope you have a great day. Go enjoy playing with your kids.